Barry Hudson, could you come downstairs, please? Dr. Dukes, would you please come down? Is this being filmed? Just in case. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for coming out. We thought we would be alone here, so we're so glad to see you at our first budget hearing, even though we had one scheduled before, but it got snowed out. So we're glad that you've come to our second budget hearing. Before we start, since we're in Dr. Dukes' house and new configuration since I've been here, I thought it'd be nice if she could welcome us, Dr. Dukes from the community college. Give her a round of applause.
Support from the county, we were able to do a major renovation here, and we're so glad to welcome you to it. This is only the second time. So thank you very much for choosing Prince George's Community College in order to hold this public hearing. And thank all of you for your support of the college and the 44,000 students whom we serve every day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Dukes, and thank you for the fine work you're doing at the community college in these fiscal hard times. And all of our students are coming to the community college, and they're doing a great job of educating them, and our middle college. So some of our young people in our high schools. So she's doing a great job. Thank you for coming out this evening. This is your opportunity to give us your comments on the 2016 budget. Our fiscal year ends on June 30th. 2015, and so tonight's hearing is about the new budget going forward. Let me say a few things before we start off. It really is going to be your talking and us listening, and this will go into our decisions about what the budget looks for the coming year. You know, we've come off 4 years of great improvements in Prince George's County. I won't go into the numerous projects that are coming on board, but we've come a long way in the last 4 years. In the next 4 years, we're going to build upon the success that we've had. But much like the austerity of the first 4 years, the next 4 years are going to be as trying. And this budget in particular is a really trying one. Right now, I think we're estimated about a budget deficit of about 114? 117 million for fiscal year 2016. In fiscal year 2015, our current fiscal year, we're looking at a budget gap of what? 46 or 47 million dollars. None of that takes into consideration that we're getting cut at the state in the first glance at the governor's budget. We were pleased to have the $30 million that we need to move forward building the new regional medical center, but we, yes. Very happy. We were not pleased that $15 million in operating funds for that hospital were not included in the budget. We also were not pleased that $40 million in education funding was cut out of the budget. And so we know that this is going to be, some very tough decisions we're going to have to make and gaps that we're going to have to fill. So in order to do that, we need your help. We need your ideas. We need your suggestions, if you have them, for ways that we can save money. And if you have ways that we can actually pick somebody's pocket and put some money into our treasury, we would take that also. But we're very pleased that we have a AAA bond rating, and we want to keep that. And in order to do that, we're going to have to make some very, very tough decisions. So we look forward to your comments. We look forward to your ideas. And thank you for coming out. With that, I'm going to have my colleagues up here who are sharing the stage with me to introduce themselves, and we'll start with Terry.
Terry Bacot-Charles, the Budget Director.
And Janice Marcellus, the Administrative Assistant to Terry in the Office of Management and Budget.
And I think, yes. And Janice is going to give us directions.
Yep. Before I call the first speaker, I'd like to go over tonight's rules. First, I'd like to ask everyone to put their cell phones on vibrate during tonight's hearing. In order to provide everyone the opportunity to present testimony this evening, a time limit of 3 minutes will be imposed. I will have a timer set for 3 minutes. When there's 30 seconds left, I will hold a sign up reflecting 30 seconds. Once the time has expired, an alarm will resound. Please be considerate of others and wrap up your comments at that time. Thank you, and our first speaker is
Hold on. I'm sorry. If we do, one thing we always do, and I was remiss in doing this, we have some of the finest workers in Prince George's County who direct our departments that are here. If the directors and deputy directors of the various departments could stand up and introduce yourselves, that way, if you have a question, I can actually point somebody out. Especially if you have a hard question or a complaint, I can say, like, it's their fault. Ben, we're glad to see you. Can you start us off?